found apprehension since 1971, the year before I was born. And though we do have threats at the U.S.-Mexico border against which we must be vigilant, illegal drug trafficking, human trafficking that's going on right now, and our gratitude to the more than 20,000 Border Patrol agents who seek to guard that border and help the human lives that they encounter. We also know that though we are at the lowest levels of apprehensions, people are still being apprehended, very often not trying to evade detection. In the words of Border Patrol agents that I've met, these people are literally arresting themselves, turning themselves in, asylum seekers, leaving some of the deadliest countries on the face of the planet, doing what any human being in the same situation might do, what Amy and I would do if the only way to get Ulysses and Molly and Henry to safety, the only way to save their lives was to travel 2,000 miles by foot, if lucky on top of, but not inside of a train known as the Beast or La Bestia, come to this country, seeking salvation and refuge and asylum from a country of asylum seekers and refugees and immigrants, the people of the planet collected here in one nation, whose genius is that we can bring everyone from the world over together and make them something new, make them American, retain our culture and our identity, the best of the places that we left, and we bring it here and make this country even better, to arrive at our front door, at the U.S.-Mexico border, where Texas meets the rest of the world, and to have that child, for whom you risked everything, including your life, literally have that child taken from you by force, if necessary. For you, that parent, who's made this god-awful decision and has survived the journey in every manner of depredation, every kind of person who would prey on your misery and the misery of your child, and you made it here alive, to have that girl taken from you, to be turned over to the Department of Justice of the United States of America, prosecuted like a common criminal, that little girl sent to a foster care home in Michigan, sent to a tent city in the desert in Tornillo, Texas, sent somewhere that you cannot follow, knowing not when or even if you will ever see her again. That is happening in this country right now, and it is up to us as to whether or not that will define us for the generations to come. Whether those walls, that family separation, the rhetoric that describes Mexican immigrants as rapists and criminals, that describes asylum seekers as animals or an infestation, those words that have had a profound effect in how we treat and see and view one another, whether those words will mark this time in the people of 2018, whether we will decide that we will ban all people of one religion from these shores, from these borders, from this country, from this place, whose very genius is that we are a people from everywhere, from all walks of life, all traditions of faith, including those who are here with us right now. Whether the press, which I was always taught to believe are the best defense against tyranny, who hold those in positions of power and public trust accountable for their actions, the actions that they take on your behalf, the tax dollars that they spend on your behalf, the wars that they wage on your behalf, the lives that are taken on your behalf, the lives that are sacrificed and lost and put on the line tonight in Afghanistan, in Syria, in Iraq, in Somalia, in Yemen, in Libya, in Niger, on your behalf. Without the press, who would we be? And to have somebody in the highest office in the land describe them as the enemy of the people, this basic foundation of our democracy and who we are, and again, our genius, the envy of the world. Imperfect though we may be, still the best thing going. Amy and I, more than a year and a half ago, made this decision that this cannot be us. These things cannot define who we are, and we can also not just be against those things. We cannot only be just about stopping the bad stuff that's going on. We've got to be for the great things that we want to achieve.